Anything that concerns money is very important to the government. But anything that concerns the people is not as important. Now, check this out. When it was time for BVN, the government enforced it on the people. But the government knew that one of the essential things in life is feeding. But they always advise the people to go into farming, to go into agriculture. Why can't they enforce this thing on the people? This is why we need leaders. Leaders are to lead for a positive movement. If you want the agricultural development of the country, you need to lead to make this thing effective. I mean, is it because you already have enough food to eat? Is it because your people already have enough food to eat? I mean, the government can equally make a law that every settlement should be known for something, for growing something. Put military securities in these farmlands, and the prices of things are going to drop drastically. I mean, Africa is supposed to be a place that gives fruit for free. We are not supposed to be buying fruit here in Africa. But you keep seeing the price of fruit go up with all the land we have. It is because the government is adding subsidy to something that will fetch the country more money and forget to focus more on the people. I mean, if the government set aside sites today, like different acres in different communities, it is going to be a big turnaround in the country. Like, we are going to have self-worth in the country. Even a senator, a very rich senator in Nigeria, I don't think that senator is worth much compared to an American citizen. If you think you're worth much, you're deceiving yourself. All you have is money. That is all you have. That is all you have. You don't have any self-worth. All you have is money. You are just an African. But the moment we start making ourselves worth something, we talk too much about our stolen resources. What about the ones that they didn't steal? What did we do with them? What if they didn't steal these resources? What are we going to do with them anyway? Have we realized to the extent that we need to start really, really living, that we will need those resources to do something? The land that is left for us, what are we doing with it? I mean, why are we crying of hunger here in Africa? So many people here in Africa is hungry, and not because they can't buy food. No, it is because they have other things to do with the money they are supposed to use to buy food. I mean, why will somebody work and the person will, use almost all the money to feed? Is that not madness? A madness that needs to be checked by the government. But why won't the government care about this in this modern age? Different countries are developing a whole lot of, I mean, a whole lot of infrastructure in their countries. Just feeding here in Africa, we are not looking into it. We are not thinking about it. That is the first essential thing in life. That is the first thing a baby needs when a baby comes out of the womb. Feeding before mobility. If we tackle feeding, you will be surprised how many fabric companies will be produced here in Africa. When people are satisfied with feeding, you think people are not intelligent. All they lack is knowledge. Academic knowledge is so useless in Africa. So useless in Africa. Academic knowledge is very useless in Africa that in the next 100 years, it is not going to help Africa grow. All it is going to make us have is a means of communication. If only we have lived to realize that we can start creating our own kind of form of our own means of growth, maybe then we will set aside rules and we'll set aside plans for us to grow.